Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is TDC and welcome back to SkyFactory 3. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. We are about to get into Immersive Engineering, man. I'm so excited. So, we could progress and we could just jump straight ahead to, environmental tech or something like that if we had the means. I'm not sure if we're there yet, but I really just kind of want to explore some of these mods and set it up in a way that would be cool here on SKYBLOCK, right? So I think Immersive Engineering is actually going to be really neat because we have things like windmills and water mills and all kinds of other really cool things that I think would look awesome around here, okay? So just imagine like a big old windmill up there on top of that thing. I'm not saying we'd put it up there, but that's an idea, It could be cool. And we'd had the string lights and stuff hanging from the trees, or hanging on top of the leaves and wherever else. I just think it'd be neat to explore that mod because I'm kind of getting, to be honest, from our Infinity Evolved Expert Mode series, we had like the treehouse going on in the redwood forests, and I'm kind of getting that vibe here. It's cool. I mean, this is basically a treehouse, right? So, we got trees and everything else here. It's kind of cool. I just think it would be fun to explore Immersive Engineering and just kind of see what it has to offer SKYBLOCK, right? Because I haven't really seen that many other people use Immersive Engineering in a SKYBLOCK, so I think it'd be interesting. I am currently working on making up a bunch of soul sand, so I took a bunch of sand from our system down below, which I've made improvements to, by the way, since last episode, because it's been about 2 weeks since my last recording session, and I still have 2 more episodes to go from that session before this episode comes out. So it's time traveling, man. So that episode that I did the whole auto crafter thing, that just came out today, and you guys were telling me use the auto crafter, use the compacting storage drawer thing, and I figured it out, but just about a week or two after you guys saw that episode, right? So yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird time travel-y stuff, so just bear with me here. So we got this going, but I want to show you something cool too. I found out with the kitchen sink from the Cooking with Blockheads, you can actually extract water straight out of this guy, and you can pipe it wherever you want it to. So instead of having the transfer node, the liquid transfer node that I had with that, it was so much slower than this guy. So I just replaced that whole system with this and used the fluid conduits from Ender.io. So much quicker, and just infinite water, man. One block, it's awesome. So let's go show you what I've done down here. I have made some big improvements to that whole system that we set up last episode, and I think it came out much nicer. So this is a little bit more compact, and it's doing better than what it was doing before. So last time we had these guys feeding straight into the sieves, and then from the sieves they were going into a chest, right? So I set up this storage drawer system here, all feeding into this drawer controller from these 3 guys here, and it automatically sorts everything. So you can see that we're actually doing fairly well on most of our resources here. So we got lots of stuff. I think nether quartz, I don't really have a system set up for that besides the crops over here. And I've made some changes over there, I'll show you in just a second. And then we've got a bunch of diamonds, not in that one, in this one, yeah, we already saw that. And then we're actually getting quite a few emeralds and everything else, because I also have this one set up to take in gravel with a diamond mesh. This is all the heavy stuff, so we only get certain things back, and I've been having to kind of switch these meshes around just to get different things. So like right now I don't think I'm collecting a whole bunch of iron. I don't think I'm collecting any nickel, no. Or lead. Yeah, so I think right now we're focusing on gold, a little bit of iron, and copper, because I've been processing all of our ores over here. You see, I'm going through lead right now, and I think it's just about done. Yeah, so we got just under a whole stack of lead to go, plus whatever's in our system, and you can see there's not enough room and everything else. It's all filled up, right? And we've got all of this stuff here, which is, it's pretty useful. Lots of iron, lots of gold, lots of nickel. I think the nickel we're going to end up using a lot with Immersive Engineering, so that's why I went ahead and smelted up a bunch of that stuff. Let's go ahead and fill that up, top that off. I had a clock sitting on top of here making the blocks, but it was starting to get full, so I decided to stop that. We'll let that go in there, perfect. And yeah, so I'm just going to end up cycling through most of these ores until that I get them all processed, and then I'll end up putting these into a storage drawer. And it'll be pretty useful. So I don't really need to focus on iron too much since we have the crop. And then once we get that set up to auto harvest, we'll be pretty golden on iron, so we won't have to worry about that too much. Same with quartz. But coming over here, I can show you one of the changes I've made. I needed some nether rack, or actually nether brick rather, to get into immersive engineering. With the blast furnace you need nether brick, which I didn't have any of. We haven't been to the nether yet, and I don't think that we're really ready for it yet. But I crafted up some of this nether seeds essence stuff, and from this we can actually get everything that we need from the nether without actually having to go there. So it's win-win, right? So this is what I did here. Just 4 nether essence. That gives you 24 nether brick. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot. And then 8 of this stuff gives you 8 soul sand, which we can sift or build with or do whatever we need to. And then you can also get nether rack. But I don't think there's much use for nether rack, because if you take a look in here, you can see that there's crushed nether rack. And then if you go to uses with that, you can sift it for cobalt and ardite. But I don't really have a use for cobalt or ardite at the moment. So I think we might hold off on that for as long as we can. But we'll just have to see and, you know, kind of go from there and see what happens. So anyways, let's see. I've got the nether brick in here. If you throw the blocks of nether brick in here, it'll sag mill down into 4 nether brick. So pretty handy stuff here. And I think I can put that in there and maybe get a chance of getting more back. We also get silicone. Except I don't think I'm getting 4 back every time. Am I? No, I'm getting gypped. I'm getting gypped. I just need to get all this stuff going. I need normal bricks so we can make the blast furnace. So let me get this up and running real quick, and come back and take a look. But I guess I should probably also mention that I have a tale to tell here. I was AFK here because I've been doing a lot of stuff with the essence for the magical crops. So if you come down here and take a look, I'll just show you real quick before we get into this massacre of a story. I have been trading out these drawers, going back and forth. So I taped this one up, put it back up there, tape that one up, bring it back down here, and let it feed into this guy. And so now we have 45 supremium essence, and that's quite a bit, man. That's a lot. But I was AFK just trying to let these drawers fill back up so I could get more of that stuff, and apparently somebody I wish I knew how to do the calculations and stuff like that, but the chances of this actually happening I feel like are pretty rare. But what happened is, while I was AFK, there was a thunderstorm, lightning struck and spawned the 4 horsemen. So the 4 skeletons riding the 4 skeleton horses, and they killed me. I came back probably about an hour or so after I died. The skeletons, I guess, had burned up, and one of the horses disappeared, but I found 3 of the other skeleton horses, and so now I have them over here. So we've got that one, this one. Oh, and he's got googly eyes on his butt. Come here, man. Let me look at your butt. Oh, that is too funny. So we got 3 of them, and I got them all saddled up, and they're just kind of chilling over here inside the animal pen with their other horse and all the other animals. So yeah, I don't know, kind of interesting, man. I don't know what the chances of that happening are, but it happened to me. And yeah, that was our first death of the series. So not from falling off, but from the 4 horsemen spawning and killing us. Who knew that would happen? I certainly did not. Alright, so I think maybe we have enough here. Let's see, 26. Oh, dang it, we need 1 more. So give me 1 piece of this, and then we need 27 blocks in total. But I guess you can't make 27, you gotta make 28 for some reason. Where do we want to set this up at? I feel like this really should have its own island, or some other sort of space here, but I guess for now we'll just set it up right here. So we need a 3x3 area, and we'll set it up 1 off the ground, right? So we'll do 1, 2, 3, like so. This texture looks different than I remember. I feel like maybe it's changed. So we'll fill this guy in like so. And actually, you know what? Before we come down, let's put a torch up here. Just for good measure. I don't want anything spawning on us. No more horsemen or anything like that. And I think we fill it all the way in. And now we need our engineer's hammer to activate this, I believe. If that hasn't changed since 1.7.10. We'll find out. Let's see. I thought that I had a hammer around here somewhere. Is it in one of these chests? Yeah, here it is. Alright. So I think all we gotta do is just tap on this and that converts it into the blast furnace, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, you can't put a torch up there. Is it still spawnable space? That's what I want to know. Let's just get up there and find out. F7? Okay, no spawnable space here, so that's good. I didn't want that to be a problem. But we'll take that back, and now we have this inventory here, and I think that we can throw that in there, and then we just need to throw some coal in. And slowly over time, you know what, it's probably smarter to do, let's grab one more stack of this, and let's do a bunch of blocks of coal. Because I think, if I remember correctly, it's smarter to do blocks at a time because it doesn't take as long. So for this, we want to grab, let's just grab 9 stacks. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And we can, does this work? No. I don't know. Some recipes or crafting grids and stuff like that, you can just shift click everything in. What was that? The Psy gun? Yeah, the cat assembly. Okay, we don't want that. At least not yet. Let's throw all this in there. Okay, so there's 64 blocks of iron. We'll toss that in. Toss the coal in. Oh, can we not do this? Do we gotta make the coal coke first? Or do we have to make the coke oven first? Oh, I bet you we do. I forgot about the coke oven. This guy. Dang it, that's more clay. And sandstone? Okay. Well, let me get this crafted up. I think that's the same deal. 3x3 block, right? Coke oven. Yeah, so it's a 3x3 cube with all that stuff. Okay, great. Well, let me get this all set up and then we'll come back and set it up right next to this. Whew, that scared me. I really need to take these boots off. Alright, so we've got our coke oven brick. So we'll set this up the same way, just right here next to everything. And like so. And I'm going to assume that this one is not spawnable space either. I guess we'll find out. And tap with the hammer. There we go. And so now, I think if we throw that in there, this will slowly, over the course of like 30 years or so, create a little bit of this creosote oil and then also give us coal coke. And then I believe the coal coke we can put in here, and then that will convert this iron into steel. Yeah, so that's gonna take months, but there is another way of making steel, which you guys probably saw in my inventory here a little bit earlier. You can smelt iron and then coal dust, which is probably, once we get to the point of automating things, it's probably what we're going to end up doing, just because this takes so long. But I did want to set this up just to have it, and we also need the creosote oil so we can actually make some of the other immersive engineering stuff. But that's going to take a long time. So let's take a look and see what else we can make from immersive engineering. We're going to need the kinetic dynamo, I know for sure. Kinetic dynamo. Did I spell it wrong? I bet you I did. Kinetic. Yeah, there it is. Kinetic dynamo. So that's 3 iron, 2 redstone, and this copper coil, and the LV wire coil around some iron. Copper wire, goodness. So that is the copper plate, which is copper. Yikes. Okay. So this is a thing that we have to do, apparently. And I need this to hurry up and finish because I need to smelt down some copper. Because I have none. Hey, I thought I was planning ahead, but apparently not. So, I guess we will just see. I gotta wait for this to finish, and I gotta smell some copper before we can move on. So, give me just a second, and we'll be right back. Okay, so while we are waiting, we gotta come up with something else to do. So, I started growing some of this industrial hemp because I know that we're gonna end up needing it. And this stuff grows insanely fast. But one thing I have noticed, and I don't know if anybody else is having this problem, this thing, it needs a log, like a relog, to update some of the blocks around it. So I planted these down just like last episode, or episode before last, I can't remember, but it was taking forever to grow all this stuff. Once I log out and then log back in, things are growing like really, really quickly. So I guess, I don't know, it just seems that way. Maybe that's not exactly what's happening, but that's how it seems. So yeah, we got this stuff growing over here, and we're just gonna let it be for a little bit. But what we need to do now is we need to figure out a way to store some of this creosote oil, because this one is almost done. And if I was looking on here, if we take a look in, do we not see it in here? Well, I was looking, oh, here it is, the blast furnace. So a block of coal makes a block of coal coke, and that gives us 5 buckets of creosote oil. So we need a way of actually storing that stuff. So this is going to keep processing, because it's only going to take like 3 of those, and then this is full and it's just going to stop, right? So we want to be able to store that somehow, and I think we are going to make a drum. So there's the reinforced drum, which we could definitely do, and we need to make some of those anyway. Stone drum, I don't know what that is. How big is this? Oh, it doesn't really say. Demonically gargantuan drum. Yeah, so I think that's a little out of our reach, but this one I think we can do. Not that we really need one that big, so we may start off just with the iron drum. So we need 6 iron, a cauldron, and 2 weighted pressure plates. So that should be fine, because we got tons of iron in here for us to use. Get our crafting stick, like so. Make 2 of these guys. We need a cauldron, and that was it, right? So like that, like so. And then I believe that we can put this guy down anywhere. Well, it doesn't show us how much we need in it, but I think I got some more fluid conduits up here. Let's go take a look real quick, making sure they're not on me. I do need to make a bag too. That's something we need to do soon. That would be really, really useful. Where are all my conduits? I have 1 left. That might be right. I think that's right, but that's okay. That's all we need. We just need a way to suck all the stuff out of here. And then I'm wondering if we could actually put on an item conduit to suck the coal coke out of this and put it in here. I'm not sure if that works, but let's take a look. This guy is, oh, it's so close to being done. Are you gonna pop up? So I guess if we just go ahead and put that on there, we'll set this to auto extract. Then whenever this is done, it should automatically pull the creosote oil out and put it into this drum, right? I think. It's such a slow process though. I think today, after today, I am going to end up throwing this world back onto the server. Right now I'm just playing on my PC. Oh, there we go! It's filling up. We got 1 block of coal coke. Okay, cool. Wow, that's slow. It pulls it out of there slow. Okay. So now we got that. We can throw that in there, and that's going to convert 1 block of this stuff into steel, I think. But yeah, so after today, I'm going to end up throwing this back onto a server, because I need to chunk load some of this so it processes while I'm not online, because this is too long to wait for while I'm trying to sit here and do videos, so it's not going to work out. It's so weird. This copper is green, but it converts to orange. I don't get it. Alright, so we're going to convert all of this into these plate guys, like so. And then I think it said that we could use shears to make the copper coils. Okay, there we go. And then I think we take, oh, is it iron in the middle? And then like this, Or is it wrapped all the way around? How do we do these things? Oh, it's a stick. Okay, sticks are doable. We can do sticks. That's actually a little bit less costly than iron, which is nice. I don't know if I actually... Do we have sticks? Not very many, but that'll be fine. That's plenty for what we need them for. And then, was it like this? Or was it... It was wrapped all the way around, wasn't it? No. What? Oh, is it wrapped around a treated stick? I bet you it is. Yeah, treated stick. Wait. Just a normal stick. Oh, okay, there we go. We got it back. Alright, so those copper... That's actually cool. It's a 1-to-1 ratio for the copper coils, right? And so we need 8 of those plus a piece of iron, which we can do. Iron. Alright, so there's that guy, and then I think it's redstone and more iron, right? So let's go grab our redstone over here. We really gotta we gotta get some sort of a storage system up and running too. And boom, there is our kinetic dynamo. Now I believe that this guy actually has an input side, which is this side. So that's got to be connected to whatever is generating the power, and then from here we can transfer the power out and then put that into... what is the thing from Immersive Engineering? It's the power storage. Okay, so I think it's this guy right here. Yeah, the LV capacitor. I believe that this stores power. It's the only thing I see that's like remotely familiar. So we'll give it a shot and see. It's just some copper, some lead, and some of these treated wood planks, redstone, and iron. So that shouldn't be too bad. I brought a bunch of extra wood, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave some down here for us to craft with. And then we also need a bucket, which I'll go ahead and make another bucket. Oh, we didn't need to do that. Just so we can leave one down here. But alright, so we'll take some of this and then go in here, and I think we can make 8 planks per bucket. Yeah. Okay, so we just need to do that like 20,000 more times. Alright, well that's half a stack and I give up, so that's all for now. We'll put our bucket right here on the side of this guy. So we got that. So we need to make... I know we're going to need some sticks. Let's go ahead and make 16 sticks. And where did it go? This guy here. So we need a piece of lead, some redstone, and some copper. So we'll grab a couple pieces of you. We'll grab some lead and we'll grab some copper. I don't think we need that much. Where'd the lead go? Oh wait, that's nickel. We don't want that. Oh, lead's down here. Alright, we'll do you. And then go back into this guy. This LV capacitor. Actually, what do we need for the MV capacitor? Oh, whoa! Oh, we need aluminum? That might be a problem. This one, I think we can make this one, no problem. So we just need... couple more pieces of redstone. One more. Like so. And we'll see what the difference is here. What is that? Oh, electrum? No, we don't have electrum. Alright, well, whatever. So we got this guy. Yeah, it says it holds 100,000 IF. Whatever that whatever that is. 100,000 if. I guess that's immersive flux, or whatever it's called. Alright, so now what do we want to make? We can make the windmill, which I think would actually be kind of cool. I'm excited about doing this. So the Immersive Engineering windmill, that's just a bunch of these guys, which we can do. So how many do we need for that? We need 4 of them. Perfect. Alright, and we need some cable too. Coil. Is it the... I guess it'd just be the LV, right? And so we got a little bit to work with here. So let's try to set this up real quick and just see what kind of power generation we get out of it. Alright, so this is not going to be a permanent spot for this guy, but I just want to see how big it actually is. Windmill for the land. That thing is, it's actually pretty massive, not gonna lie. So how does it work? We gotta hit it with the hammer. Do something. Let's take a look in the book and see what it says. Power, construction, power wire and generators. Power generation. This guy. Okay, the windmill is a free and easy way of generating power, albeit not a very powerful one. Its speed depends greatly on how high it is placed in the world and how obstructed the space is in front of it. It will also run faster when it's raining or storming. Okay. So we need to build it up some, I suppose. Oh goodness. Can we... Just takes a long time to break, I guess. Okay. So let's try to maybe put it on the side of this guy. Side of this tree for the time being. Like so. Hopefully there's enough room here. And is it not working because it's touching? That might be it. So let's try going up a block. Or a couple. We can do it. Oh, almost. Okay, so put that there, and then we'll take these guys out. Hey, there it goes. Oh, how cool is that, man? That looks awesome. That is so cool. Alright, so now we got to make some of these LV wire connectors. I forgot about these dudes, but we need this to hook up the coils to this guy here. And let's see, can we... Where do we pull power from? I can't remember. Maybe the output is where we just pulled or just plugged that in. That may be the power output we need to input on the other side. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and do this again. Let's jump up here and see if we can just connect this up like so. And then we'll put this guy down here closer to the bottom. Is that going to be obstructed? No. Looks like we're okay. And then I believe that this should be close enough to hook up to this guy. Yeah, birds on a wire. Let's get rid of you. So are we generating power now? Yes. Very slowly, but we are. I got about 4,000 in there. And I'm wondering if we set up a bunch of those, that'd be kind of cool, but they'd have to be kind of far apart. Huh. I don't know. How do we make the next tier of the windmill? I want to see if that makes like a bigger difference. Improved windmill. Okay, so we need steel for that, and ooh, we need 8 of these. So that's 8 of those blades plus a bunch of the tough fabric. Whew. Okay, that'll be our next thing. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the episode here for today. This is really cool, man. If we got some really cool ideas and designs we can do for this. I'm so excited. But anyways, dudes, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Peace. Okay.